What's trades got to do with it? What's trades but a way to collect premium? Two back-to-back light weeks. I was a little light in the trading the last couple of weeks and started off this week the same way. So here's the last 2 weeks totals. Here's the daily totals, as you can see here. Weekly total last week collected $4,029 in premium. Week before, $3,763, and then this week so far, I've only made one trade, and I had another on, and I was trying to sell a 2450 put on Alcoa yesterday, and I was literally within 1 cent of making that trade, and then of course Alcoa turned on me and started to go up, which is what I thought it would do. I just went up a little earlier than I thought. So that's what's gone on so far this week. Good news over here. That's a baseball card. What's so good about it? Well, I just got word from eBay that my 1955 Bowman Hank Aaron baseball card. Let's go out of that. Let's go out of that. A lot of people do not like the 55 Bowman. Mine actually looks better than this because the centering is better, meaning it's a television view, the old famous wood panel television view, 1955 Bowman. I purchased a raw, which means ungraded, Hank Aaron for $370, and it was just authenticated by eBay, so they will be shipping it to me. And I think graded at a 6, because that's what I have it projected at. It's worth around $1,000 bills. So let's just call it $900. I paid $370. I'll pay about $15 to have it graded. So we got that going for us. Yeah, I love it when you share your kid hobbies. It's not a kid hobby. It's for men. Oh, whoa. That's higher than I thought. Haven't looked in live since I was at the gym this morning. When I was at the gym, it was at 1909, and now it's at 1921, which is not a current all-time high. That would be 1925, so it's close. We have that going for us. We do have only 3 positions expiring this week. Devon Energy hanging on for dear life at $45 on that call. Of course, it would be the time that Devon would spring to life after I finally sell some calls on what has been a dormant stock for months. So where is Devon? Whoa, currently at 44.40. So normally that would be amazing news, and it still is. I'm not going to allow Devon Energy to be called away at 45. I will roll that as I watch it, because you know how oil is. It's up and down almost in every single day. So tomorrow it could be downtown to Chinatown again, and I'll be safe. If not, I'll be rolling that towards the end of the week. Enovix is downtown to Chinatown, and that's why I'm almost 94% in the profit on this $14 call. They reported earnings yesterday, and they whiffed. They whiffed on the earnings, so we'll talk about that maybe never, because I'll be rolling. And the good news about Enovix is it's so violent in its volatility that I can make a nice premium. And it's what? 1,400 times 5? Actually, I'm into it for less than that, but that's only $7,000. That's on the table on this call, and I'm making a decent amount of premium in trading that. Rivian, they're way down in their whiskey as well, currently trading at 1537, and they report today after the bell. So I do have my fingers crossed that they will lose less money than what the street has estimated, and we need revenues though to be up, and they should be up nicely year over year. So we'll keep an eye on that. But you know, Tesla's last earnings report has me nervous about Rivian's. And then next week, I'm way down in my whiskey on this $59 call on Celsius, but we'll watch that. And I would let it go at 59. I paid 51 and change for it just, a couple of weeks ago. Unity, they're way down today, and I can't find the reason. I was looking for it earlier. So we might sell some puts on Unity. What kind of action would we get? Let's take a look. Let's go to Unity and see here. If we sold puts a week and a half out, because we got 1,000 shares at 33.08. So we should not be shy in buying 1,000 more shares at 30.77. But I'll do some more research before committing to that. But in the meantime, you could certainly think about trading some or selling some puts into next week. Hold on, little girl, while we look up Unity. I had a great comment from a guy recently. In fact, I haven't replied back. I will, but I'll go ahead and reply now as well. He said he has to listen to my videos on mute. So I guess that's not listening. He just watches them on mute because of the singing. And in my head, I immediately thought, you and me both, brother. So I get it. I get it completely. Oh, first one on there is sell. Unity Software 2024 will be a show me year. So, show me money is typically what we want to see in any of these companies. So I'll read through these. What I like about seekingalpha.com are the articles, and also the commentary is usually from people way, way, way smarter than me. So let's see here. Last earnings was 11.19. Okay, so that's part of the violence involved in Unity is going into earnings next week. That's why we sold that call anyways, is because we collected like $1 bazillion for doing so. So does the street know something I don't know? They usually do. So maybe we double down and bring in another 1,000 shares here. I'd be probably more. I'm talking out loud because I didn't prepare. No doubt, you never do. So do you sell puts? I'll have to investigate Unity. I really like the cut of its jib, as a company. They're the ones that have created graphics for the Vision Pro with Apple. They did all the graphics for the movie. What's that movie called? And it was a big blockbuster about 10 years ago. And then a recent sequel came out last summer and has like another lot. You're just confusing yourself. So just stop. You know the movie I'm talking about. Anyways, let's see what I could do on puts. On the Unity, let's go to next week because the premium should be scary. 122% implied volatility. Wow. So you can do something like what would be considered incredibly conservative. Like you could be down here at 84% pop probability of profit and still do what? Annualize. Let's take out the abacus just to see. So 34.34 divided by 25 divided by the days in the trade is 9, multiplied annualized. Oh, we got carried away there. 0.34 divided by 25 divided by 9 multiplied by 365. That's 55% annualized on what should be now an 86% probability of profit trade. So I'm going to look further into Unity just to see if I missed something. Let's go back here and just see the kind of loss they had. So they had a normalized EPS of 32 and a gap of minus 32. They missed by 5.2 million in revenue, but they do have 10 more million forecasted for next week. Let's go to financials just to see what the revenue line has been doing. It's been looking really good. If you look at the revenue, you go back to 2018, 380 million, 541, 772, 1.1 billion, 1.39 billion, 2 billion trailing 12 months. So that's very nice. And then so typically, as you know more than I do, you ramp up, your losses increase, and then you want to see them decrease, right? Turn the corner while you head towards GAAP profitability. Then you look down here. What I like to do is look down here and see what are they doing with their shares outstanding, right? Where are we on shares outstanding? Can't find it for some reason. I'll have to look deeper into it before I make a move, because if this was a month ago, I would have just bought another 1,000 shares. But now that it's today, and I'm a little nervous going forward, I'll have to think deeply before I make that type of move. So that is what's on my mind today. Besides the 1955 Bowman Hank Aaron, I do have a number of other cards that are being authenticated as well, including a Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Carl Yastrzemski, Ernie Banks, etc. So I'll be sharing with you, about every few months, I like to show you a card video. Had a great mail day yesterday. Oh, God, here you go with your card again. I'm on a kick with the Green Bay Packers. So there is Sterling Sharp. If you know anything about wide receivers, you know he's one of the greatest of all time. Cut down by injury. This guy used to throw him the ball. His name is Brett Favre. These are 1994 Topps Finest Chrome cards. There's Reggie White, the Minister of Defense, one of the greatest to ever do it. Here's a parallel that I've just been salivating over, so I started to collect it. There's Eddie Lacy in a number to 499 camouflage chrome refractor parallel. And love this card. I was staring at it for like an hour yesterday. Clay Matthews, the clay maker. And guess what he's doing? He is sacking Jay Cutler of those stinky Bears. So I love that card. Here's one of my favorites of all time, Randall Cobb. They're all your favorite of all time. Well, no cards give me more of a visceral reaction than Green Bay Packers cards. So I stopped fighting that feeling. And part of what I'll be doing is trading vintage baseball cards and otherwise in order to fund my Packers collection so that it doesn't cost me a dime. Sounds fun, right? Oh, you and your side thoughts. Yeah, it is some side thoughts. I need to drive by a rental today. I think I told you about it. It's like an absolute crack house now. But he had a bunch of garbage sitting out on the side of the road, and I'm not sure that the garbage company was going to take that or not. So I need to go confirm that before I have them pick it up for me. Hello. And then I need to swing by the courthouse, record some deeds, and move on with my life. So I'll be looking at making a couple of trades possibly today. I might sell covered calls on EOG. I've been very patient with them, and they're up to 116.50. So that could be a move. And then also, let's see, gold. Nope, still way down in its whiskey. Alcoa, I've got at least 1,000 shares of that I've been very patient with. I might sell calls on that. What else was I looking at? Was I looking at PayPal still? Yeah, looking at PayPal for some puts, sell some puts on PayPal, and then possibly buy some more shares of Unity or sell puts or both. May do both. I mean, if we think, because what I've noticed, and I'm sure you have as well, is that the market has really been punishing those that don't deliver the proper earnings call and earnings report. Even if they make it top line revenue, bottom line EPS, beat on both, and then have what's perceived to be a weak guidance, aka Google, they've been getting beat down. So we're on pins and needles today for NVIDIA, because NVIDIA could easily be the turning point of the market. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think what you're seeing today with the market and NVIDIA, because it's become such a dominant company as far as their market cap has increased dramatically, is I think we got some profit taking, and I don't blame them. I mean, I missed NVIDIA completely because it just kept, I had a buddy tell me to get in at like the beginning of 23. I think it was around 200, maybe even under. I'm like, I don't know. I'm nervous. Didn't do it. And now it's nearly 800 trading off the past couple of days. And you may even see that with a good earnings report today. But I predict, like you, I'm sure do as well, that they're probably going to blow earnings out of the water, because that's what they've been doing. They've been essentially the only game in town for the generative AI chips. But looking at the future, there's no chance companies like Microsoft, even Meta, maybe even Amazon don't get into that business themselves just to offset some of the dollar bills that leave the business, just like we saw Walmart announce that they're buying Vizio. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you buy Vizio? Sell millions of those 80-inch TVs for $500 a year. Why not do that? So that's Random Thoughts by your friend Bart. And we are friends. We're becoming best friends in stocks, options, and dividends. Still haven't given you my January report, which was my greatest report of all time. I should do that probably later today, or at least soon. But thanks for tuning in so far today. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will. Yep, I'll see you in the next video.